Am I the a-hole for refusing to apologize to my mother-in-law after she saw me wearing underwear? This happened yesterday morning at 9 in the morning. I, 33 female, was in the kitchen eating breakfast wearing my regular underwear. Suddenly, I heard gasping sounds coming towards me. I turned and saw mother and sister-in-law yelling about what I was wearing. I was in utter shock and just froze in my seat. My husband was asleep at the time and he must have heard his mom and sister screaming because he ran downstairs asking what's going. His mom started ranting loudly about what an appropriate scene she and her daughter saw. I'm still sitting in shock when my husband started yelling at me to go put something on quickly. I went upstairs while his mom kept yelling after me, calling me shameless and inappropriate. I then heard my husband say, "It won't happen again." I was so mad. I put a coat on and went downstairs and started arguing with my mother-in-law. I told her she shouldn't have come over without notice, but turns out my husband told her to come over at 9 to discuss a family crisis. My mother-in-law said I was in the wrong for walking around half naked knowing she has a key and might show up any minute. I told her it's my home and she said it's her son's home too. We argued and my husband told me to knock it off and apologize, but I refused and went back upstairs. Then after his mom and sister left, he called me childish and inappropriate. I tried to explain my side, but he said what's done's done and he promised his mom that I will apologize, but I said I will never apologize and she's gonna have to wait for decades for that. He got upset and called me disrespectful towards my guests. And mother-in-law was technically a guest, so he's still nagging me for an apology to his mom via email to get this over with. Am I the a-hole for not apologizing? I'll apologize if it turns out that I'm the a-hole here. Edit. Wow, there's too many comments here and I can't respond to all of them. However, I just saw some info questions and I'll answer them below. First and foremost, I'm not American. I wish. Lol. You guys probably figured this out by my horrific grammar, but I did my best. Mother-in-law has a copy of the key. After what happened, I told my husband to tell his mom to give the key back, but he said no and that he won't punish her for something I did. Yes, he tends to take her side more often. She's super conservative and does not like me very much. Oh, and one more thing. This country I live in, not my country originally, treats women as possessions. Instead of calling me by my name, they would say Eric's wife or his woman, which is rude and offensive. Another is that there are lots of places women cannot access and seeing a woman drive can be seen as unusual for them. The reason I married my husband was that he was different from them. Truth be told, I've been feeling overwhelmed and depressed lately and mom isn't near so I could visit and vent to her. Top comments. Here's a comment from a lady commenter. Edit. Oh darling, I read your edit. Sweetie, you need to go home. This is only going to get worse and you have no protection. Scratch the therapy, get your important documents, and get out to your home country to initiate divorce. Ask or borrow money if you need it, but get out now. Get your country's embassy is also an idea. I want to outline several things for you. You are in a foreign country where you are not seen as equals. You have no direct support network. You have no direct place to live in case you need to find a safe place. Your husband could have been different, but now he is totally immersed in a culture which demeans you, with a mother who dislikes you and is eager to abuse you emotionally and mentally through her willing son, your husband. I do not know if you have easy access to birth control or abortion. If you do need to live, what would your safety look like? You should go home to your mother. If your husband is serious about being with you, he can follow you and try to make it work where you are far safer than where you were. But he shames you over your body in a space that should be safe for you, in a relationship which should be safe for you. Get out now. Here's another comment from Venji15. 100% husband problem. Instead of asking for the key back, just change the locks. Another comment from Kawairi. After her edits, I'm suggesting sneaking out and getting on a plane and going back home as soon as possible. Another comment from Sixth and Elm. In a country where women are treated as possessions, aren't allowed to go certain places, and are frowned upon for just driving, I'm going to guess that couples counseling would be more like how to be a dutiful wife counseling, if it exists at all. Living wherever this is honestly sounds so heartbreaking.